How to have a difficult conversation. Difficult conversations are an inevitable part of life, and learning how to engage in them effectively can help to build and maintain strong relationships, conflicts. Here are some tips for engaging in difficult conversations. Prepare ahead of time, before you consider what your goals are for the conversation and how you can best achieve them. It may also be helpful to anticipate any objections or counter-arguments that the other person may have and to come up with responses to them. Choose a good time and place. It's important to choose a time and place for the conversation that is convenient for both parties and that allows for privacy and stay calm and focused. It's natural to feel anxious or upset when having a difficult conversation, but it's important to try to stay calm and focused. Take a few deep breaths, try to relax your body, and remind yourself of your goals for the conversation. Use I statements. When expressing your thoughts and feelings, try to use I statements rather than you state. This helps to avoid placing blame or making the other person feel attacked. For example, instead of saying you're wrong, you could say I feel like I have a different perspective on this issue. Listen actively. Active listening involves paying attention to what the other person is saying and trying to understand their perspective. It's important to allow the other person to speak without interrupting and to show that you are listening through nonverbal cues like nodding and maintaining. Be open to compromise. A difficult conversation is not always about winning or being right. It's important to be open to the other person's perspective and to try to find a solution that works for both parties. Follow up. After a difficult conversation, it can be helpful to follow up with the other person to see if any concerns or issues were resolved. This helps to build trust and to ensure that misunderstandings or miscommunications are addressed. Be respectful. It's important to respect the other person's feelings and boundaries during a difficult. Avoid using condescending language or raising your voice, and try to remain open and non-judgmental. Stay on topic. It can be tempting to bring up unrelated issues or grievances during a difficult conversation, but it's important to stay focused on the issue. This can help to prevent the conversation from becoming more complicated or derailed. Seek mediation if needed. If you are unable to resolve a difficult conversation on your own, it may be helpful to seek the assistance of a mediator. A mediator is a neutral third party who can facilitate communication and help to find a resolution. Practice self-care. Engaging in difficult conversations can be draining, so it's important to practice. Take some time to relax, decompress, and process your thoughts and feelings. Avoid making assumptions. It's easy to jump to conclusions or make assumptions about the other person's intentions or feelings during a However, this can lead to misunderstandings and further conflict. Instead, try to ask clarifying questions and confirm your understanding the other person's perspective. Avoid using criticism or blame. Criticism and blame are often unproductive, can escalate the conflict. Instead, try to focus on the specific behavior or issue that is causing the problem, and express your feelings and needs in a way that avoids attacking the other person. Keep an open mind. It's important to approach a difficult conversation with an open mind, even if you strongly disagree with the other person. Try to consider their perspective and listen to their point of view. This can help to build understanding and find common ground. Use humor appropriately. Humor can be a useful tool for diffusing tension and lightening the mood during a difficult conversation. However, be careful not to use humor to belittle or dismiss the other person's feelings. By following these tips, you can engage in difficult conversations in a way that is respectful, effective, and beneficial to all. Remember that difficult conversations are a normal part of life, and with practice and preparation, you can learn to handle them in a way that promotes understanding, resolves conflict,